So what can we expect from this bike? It's a little street racer, a little street fighter. What is it? Eric Buell and his team made this motorcycle. So he's a great engineer, this much we know. Well, where does that engineering show in this bike? It shows in the engine with a 185 horsepower power plant and 101 foot-pounds of torque. 185 horsepower in a bike that weighs under 500 pounds. Well, this should be interesting. Ugh. Let's see what this old man can do with it. The key over here. We got Showa adjustable suspension, adjustable with a screwdriver. That's cool. You got a steering stabilizer. Oh no, the engine's cold. What are we gonna do? Maybe that. Traction control is off. Oh, I'm in trouble now. Key trip average fuel. I see an average fuel. What I don't see is a fuel gauge. Well, let's see if one appears.
Did it say anything?
So let's check it for some gas. Okay, wow, the whole thing comes out. For some reason I thought there'd be a hinge. I can't see in there, but I can hear a little bit. So, the fuel gauge, there isn't one. In fact, the fuel is most likely inside the frame of the bike. Front brake. Well, that front brake better be good because it has 4 pistons. 4. Most bikes have 3 or 2. This has 4 pistons. Ooh. Rear brake. Of course it's rock solid. Of course. It's Eric Buell. Why wouldn't it be? Where's my clutch release? Now, my feet go back behind me. Gotta get used to where that shifter is, right up against the engine. Clutch release, a little ways out there. It's so tiny. Oh, I'm feeling a tug already, just at 18 miles an hour. This thing's gonna be sick. Woohoo! Second gear. Oh. By the way, I think this is bike number 201. Unless my list is messed up and I've ridden a few bikes that never made it on the list, in which case it's probably number 205. So let's just give up counting from this video forward, shall we? Stop for gas and you see these cars. How cool is that? Okay, after popping some premium in there, start this thing up. And we're getting our first drops of rain. This might be a short trip. What are the odds? Guys on the side of the road pulls out right in front of the only motorcycle. Why not? Now we're talking.
So you've never heard of a Buell motorcycle? Well, the name should ring a bell if you've been around motorcycling for a while. Eric Buell is a living legend. He started out as both a motorcycle mechanic and a motocross racer, and eventually became an engineer. He was hired by the motor company, Harley-Davidson, and redesigned the chassis for the FXR cruisers for better stability, and brought testing methods from his racing experience to test the bikes beyond their normal limitations. He refined the 750cc Barton engine to get up to 178 miles per hour. Think about that for a second. His engineering skills took a 750cc engine from England and got it up to 178 miles per hour. He eventually quit Harley to devote more time to his passion, racing. He came back to Harley with an offer to be the major shareholder in his new company, Buell Motorcycle Company. Have you ever ridden or owned a Sportster 1200? Well, Eric took that engine and improved its performance by over 30%. Then he changed the suspension and the frame to make a far better motorcycle. He did this under his company, and he was the first to add the fifth gear before that became standard on Harley Sportsters. He also designed bikes at the opposite end of the spectrum. You might have had your motorcycle training class on a Buell Blast, a bike made for beginning riders. In 2009, as Harley was bleeding money, they shut down the Buell branch to tighten their belt without even a conversation with Eric. This is how the corporate cookies crumble. Those that made that decision soon suffered the same fate. One door closes, but another door opens, as Eric then formed Eric Buell Racing and developed the 1190 V-twin racing bikes, the street and comfort variation of which I'm sitting on right now. The top speed for this bike is rumored to be above 190 miles per hour, but I won't have a chance to find that out in the rain today. You can discover the top speed for yourself by picking up this dream machine at Ace's Motorcycles in Fort Collins. Now, Buell is still around and relevant, and so are his motorcycles. You can go to buellmotorcycles.com to find out more.
And you can find it here at Ace's Motorcycles. And they just lowered the price, $15,999. Check the website to see if it's still available. Phew! A precision machine. Does everything very well. I have nothing bad to say about it. I think a fuel gauge would be nice. But where would you put it? Considering the fuel is in the frame of the motorcycle. What an interesting machine. Yeah, this is actually my first ride on a Buell. I may have ridden a Buell 500 of a friend's. I don't remember. But yeah, this is quite the machine right here. If I were in the market for a sport bike, I'm not sure I would look any further than finding me a Buell like this one. You'd think that seat, as thin as it is, would be uncomfortable. I didn't find it so. I'd need probably another 100 miles to really get a good handle on how hard that seat is, but it doesn't feel as hard as some of the other bikes that I've ridden right from the get-go. Yeah, look at the brakes on that thing. Very nice bike. Good job, Eric. Okay, you've seen it in the sunshine, now you're seeing it in the rain. You've seen it from a drone if you follow my channel, Ace's Motorcycles. Why do I plug them? Because there's no weird, strange dealer fees. In fact, there's no reconditioning fee. When you buy a used bike, you're not putting $1,000 down just for some work that they did on somebody else's bike, or just pocket it, as most dealerships probably do with the recon money. So reconditioning fees, not here. And I know, as I've shown you in a previous video, the SV650, was it? No, the V-Strom 650 video, the buyer's order, no recon fee. This bike, maybe next, if it's still here. The temptation. So, Buell 1190, come try it. Seriously, come buy it. If I was in the mood for a sport bike, get something unique and designed right. In the meantime, thanks for watching Riding with Marshall. I hope you like my channel. I do what I can.